Okay, Carolyn, so here's our, yes, I'm on my kitchen table, so I've kind of just set up a quick presentation that I'd like you to see. So, for instance, here is an example of using the different tools that are in here. So, for instance, I could say, well, this is the important thing that we want to be looking at here. Now, I understand we may want to use a highlighter, so I could say, okay, folks, pay attention to this thing. This is the thing that really matters. This thing right here. Of course, the better thing to do is to use a tool like the arrow key. You see the new version here does something like this, where you can draw attention this way, but you can still just do this kind of stuff and say, here's underneath this is the stuff that really matters. Now, this line was written with the pen, but the next one uses the text box. I mean, it's as simple as coming in here, picking your text and typing in and saying, this is text, for instance. So it's pretty quick to throw text on here now compared to the way it was before. What's really cool is I was able to get this ruled line out of the different image templates. So if I click here, one of the things I did was just search for paper, and there's all different kinds of rulings that I can use. I happen to pick this one called large paper or lined paper large. This was really cool. I actually went to a website and found text about how to solve a quadratic and brought this in, copied and pasted it. So for instance, I can still take the highlighter tool here and say, okay, see this right here? This is the part that really matters. Of course, the equation is down here, so that's this part. So make sure you pay attention to that. And you know, we want to make sure that that you know, if I draw attention to something here, you know, I can always do something clever like just draw a box around and say, okay, everything inside the box here is what we want to be doing. You know, this scrolls down like a piece of paper now, like the one you saw. I can keep extending this to keep adding things. You know, I can continue to write and say, you know, this is cool. Now I'm doing this with a touchpad, so this isn't particularly easy for me. Much easier if you've got a pen and a board, but it's still in there. That's why I think the text tool is a much better tool to use, because I can just come in here, say, well, okay, I want this to be really big. I'll pick 36-point font. I want it to be black. And there, and then I can say this is cool that way, and then that's a little bit easier to do. So I hope this gives you a sense that the new version 10 Smartboard software really pretty powerful.